Hi there. Um, I don't think this picture that I'm using now. I don't think that I've used this on a video before. So I thought it was good to use for what I want to talk about. Just having my tea. I forgot it was even there. God. Yeah, but what I want to talk about is like this picture, and I think what I want to talk about is, well, I think I just want to talk from my heart, and about, when you talk from your heart space, you talk from the deepest truth and what's really going on, regarding things in the world. And what's going on is what's always going on. If you look at the COVID situation, before Mr. Floyd was, before this stuff, if you look at it, what was actually happening is people were actually starting to wake up. Because David Icke says it in his videos, David Icke was kicked off of YouTube because the system is terrified of him, but he said it himself that, he said it 30 years ago what was coming. And the cashless society. I mean, I was out shopping yesterday and I even said to the woman, she was accepting cash, but there's this thing about cash now, And, what he said 30 years ago is coming true. And because of that, what the system has always used against us, and one of the games it uses is getting people, dividing us, and then what it does is it actually programs people to thinking that you should be involved in their mess. Like, for example, a lot of the people, not everyone, but some people are so brainwashed just now with what's going on, with this division, this talk about racism and black and white. If you were a Buddhist and you were wanting to be into your Buddhist faith and to not take any part in this or any religion, and you're just wanting to be of God and not say anything, they're now seeing that as you're bad for doing that. And it's not that you're actually bad. It's not that you're bad. But it's like this picture here. What the system does is, ego is all about beliefs. And when you get people like that they want you to be involved, and if you're not, you're a bad person, that's their ego that's telling them that. And it's not true at all. Right? It's not true at all. If everyone was silent, right, and didn't take part in all the craziness in the world and didn't comply with it, we would change the world. Right? This is where people miss the point. And what they do is they get so stuck into this game, this division game, and they don't see what's actually happening. I'll just get a drop of my bit more tea. Yeah. They don't see what's actually being played in front of them. Right? The game is, because people were waking up to the COVID lies, that's why the media shift has been towards this racism thing. Right? Because that is more powerful than COVID, because the name of the game to control humanity has always been divide and rule. Right? Get them to believe, I don't believe in racism because I don't believe in race full stop. I think the very idea, I mean, before my awakening I probably would be like, I am Sean, I am white or whatever. But it's just, I know now from this unexpected spiritual awakening that I've had under 10 years ago, that this body, or any body, is just a vehicle to experience the world. I am oneness with a Chinese person. I am oneness with all Japanese people. I am oneness with all black people. Because I know, because they're all me, you see. I see everything as me. Because it is me. Because everything comes from, everything has to come from nothingness, and nothingness is all of infinity. And that means that we're all the same infinity. Well, why do you not hear us talk like that all over the place? Because that would connect us all as one. There would be no violence. Everything would be like love, oneness, which is you're seeing yourself as you. And imagine that. Just think of it. Imagine if everyone was just not trying to forcefully impose their way, but like everyone was looking at everything like it was themselves. Right? Like I said in my video the other day, I said we're all one. Right? And this is not the message just now, and it should be. If you're going to give respect to someone who's died, then that means you have to give respect to all life. And life thrives the most, like in a spiritual awakening sense, because oneness heals all pain. When you're competing with everybody and you're trying to be better all the time, that hurts you. When you wake up spiritually and you're starting to see everything as you, that heals everything. But like this picture, it's all about fear, it's all about the ego. But like this other picture here, when he's holding the heart, once you become like in this picture, the picture that he's holding, it's white on the outside, is it? In the picture, you realize that you're both white and you're black, and the infinity of everything else as well. But but back to the ego thing, that's what they do. They use our ego, because the way the ego works is it gets what it attaches to what it believes to be right and wrong. And I was watching a video today on YouTube, and this guy was doing a talk about this stuff, and he said, "Oh, the silent people are bad," and it's like what I just said a moment ago, that if everyone was silent and non-compliant, because that's what you're doing when you're silent, you're not complying with someone else's way. If we were all like that, everything would change in a peaceful manner. Because it's like something John Lennon once said. John Lennon, I like watching a lot of his stuff regarding his stance on war. He was anti-war, and that's what he says, that the system knows how to fight the racist thing, and it knows how to fight violence especially. And by you being angry and being loud and stuff like that, you're just playing right into their hands. It's like if you watch a sporting event, what happens if you're watching boxers or footballers or any kind of team? If that team plays to the other team's plays that other team's game, the team that they're against, or a boxer tries to fight the other guy's fight, he'll lose. So you've got to take their game away from them by playing your own game, something that they're not good at. And what they're not good at, the system, remember, is love and oneness, right? And harmony, right? Not even showing any anger, right? Looking at everything as a teacher, even things that are wrong, right? Because everything is there to teach you something. Instead of letting your ego get in the way, and then what the ego does, the ego's so crazy that it believes so much that it's right. And then this is why people are like, oh, the silent ones are bad. No, they're not bad at all. But your ego is so programmed that you believe that they should be doing what you're doing. But there's nearly 8 billion people on this planet. That means there's nearly 8 billion different perspectives from your own. That means there's over nearly 8 billion ways, at least, on this planet to do things. And if you just get out your little ego for a minute, your crazy ego, and open your mind a little bit, you'll see that there's more than one way. And you'll see that what the system has done, like they always do, is they try to lock us into a set of beliefs and then they put us against each other. That's what they do. And you see, you don't start to... You can awaken right now spiritually. If you decide, all awakening is just deciding to be aware. Instead of letting, start to be aware of things, start to pay attention to what's going on and the game that's being played. Oh, it's lovely. Yes, but that's the thing. Start to be aware. You don't change the world, really. It's not so much actions that changes the world. It's your energy that changes the world. Because everything goes by energy. I could say to a woman I love her, but she can feel that I don't. You see? So it's really energy that changes everything. Like it's the same with the demonic forces I talk about. What is the demonic forces? Just an energy. It's our energy, because it's all the same energy. It's all the same field. And we create it, you see. The demonic forces isn't a separate evil thing. It's actually our energy that we've manifested in a separate thing, a separate like system or something. But it's you, right? So understand that and stop fighting over this black and white or whatever. Right? And start being like, what is it that's hurting me? And you'll actually realize that it's not the situation that is hurting you. It's how you're choosing to see it. Everything comes from your awareness, your perception, your perceptions. Your perceptual state determines everything. Then once you start to look at everything as one and you, and when you're doing that, you start to realize that your inner hurts almost like your own inner problems are manifesting the bad things you see in the world. Then you'll start to see the world as an opportunity, as something good rather than something bad. And then you'll start to see better solutions to things. And this is the way forward, I think, but again, that's one way. That's one way, and there's over 8 billion, nearly 8 billion or something like that, 8 billion more ways than my way. So I know nothing. And we've got to realize this, you see, that we all know nothing. And then this is why some people have a spiritual awakening. The massive awakening that I had, and it's a thing about it's innocence. You've got to get back to your innocence, and I think that the ones that have the big awakenings are innocent enough to understand that they know nothing. Innocence, get back to that, because you don't really know anything. Look at the stars at night. So vast and limitless, right? And you're that infinity, right? But there's so much vastness that in this experience, there is so much to know. And then maybe when you realize that, you'll realize how little your perceptions have become with this racism thing. And then you'll start to see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture really is the global spiritual awakening. And that's why all this stuff, this COVID, all the other stuff is going on. Right? It's to dampen the global spiritual awakening. This is the whole reason why they want a vaccine, connect you with AI. It's all, fear. Like in this picture, because of the global awakening. But I always leave it when it's about 15 minutes. I don't know why I like to do that, but I do. I'm just going to end it there. For latest updates from me, you can check my website, which is www.lovelikefamily.com. Thank you for watching. Thank you.